this is Val from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to play with some book paper and with this Statler watercolor crayons. So I just want to try them out and see how they work. So I'm going to create some flowers. So I'm just going to create petals. So you're just going to freeform your flowers, and I made mine 5 petals. And then you want to make them different sizes, some large ones and some smaller ones, because you do want to layer these flowers, and you'll see in a moment how I layer them. But now I'm ready to color the center, and I'm going to use a lighter color. So this, and here I'm using yellow, and then I'm going to follow that with some rose, and then after that I am going to follow the tips of my flower with magenta. Then I'm going to take a brush, a paintbrush with some water. So I have a bucket of water right next to my project here, and I'm just going to use that to blend the colors in, starting from the top and then just blending the edges and all the colors together, and it blends pretty nicely. So after I'm done with blending all my colors, I do want to dry it very well. So I'm going to take my heat tool, and you can also use a hair dryer, and you're going to use that to dry your flowers. Once they're dry, I have this mixture that I created with some glitter glue. I put some gel medium, and I even put some extra fine glitter. Now it got a little thick. Because I had this in storage for a while. But I'm just going to take this glitter glue that I've created, and I'm just going to put that on my flowers. The reason why I want to put a mixture of glue on my flowers and a thick glue on my flowers, because I want to give it a little more stability for the next process that I'm going to do on these flowers. We are going to shape it, so you really need your flowers to be sturdy in order to be able to emboss it. And I'm just taking my heat tool and just drying the glitter glue on my flowers. So now that they're nice and dry, and look how sparkly, and look, and the sheen, and I just love it with the glitter glue and that gel medium. So you're gonna cut all your flowers out, and once you have them all cut out, like you can see there. And I also used this McGill punch for the center, so I'm using it's a starburst center. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hero Arts neon blue, and I'm going to just edge the edges of each of the petals. And you can use how many flowers you want. So in this case, I'm using 4 flowers, and I think I do add another flower at the end for 5. Okay. So now that I have that ink, and actually I need to bring over my my tool here. Now this is a McGill tool, and you use it to shape your flowers, the edges of your flower, and then this is where you use to go ahead and emboss your petals. So I am going to use the big one. And actually for the little one, I'm going to go ahead and use my 4mm. I think this is a 4mm embossing tool. And I'm just going to roll it down to curve it up. And then I'm using the smaller one to go around the edges. Now because I put some of this glue, glazy medium, what this is just glitter glue that I added some glazy medium. And it created like a thick paste. I can see there. Okay. And I just mainly put enough glazing medium to make it a little more less thick. But that really helped with my flowers, because it really gave it a little bit of stability. This is book paper, so it breaks with anything. Now this one, I'm just going to roll it, the edges, and then pull it in. And you don't need any fancy dyes. Look at how I did this one. You'll see how pretty these will look. No dyes. You just make some shapes, don't have to be even an artist or anything like that. You can make some simple flower shapes, color your flower shapes, use some glitter or glitter glue or whatever you have in hand to give it a little bit of sparkle, and just, that's pretty much it. You don't really need much to make these flowers. And if I want to give it a little more indentation, I can just do like that. This is a little cup that you use for your nails. Just use that and bring it in. Okay, just wanted to give it shape. Now let me go ahead and emboss these. Let's see here. And just going to take the center and just cuff it up. So push it down and then roll it around so it cuffs up just like that. Take my tweezers. And just place them on the flower like you see there. Put a little bit of glue on the bottom. Take your next stamen, I'm going to call it stamen, it's this little flower punch, and just create a center. Look how pretty that is. One more. So there's like 6 little those little flowers. I punch out 6 of these, and that's what I used for my center. And then you're just going to open them up like that. Okay, look how pretty that looks. Now I am going to take my smaller flower. This is my smallest one. And I'm going to put some adhesive in the center. And then I'm going to put this in on the center like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. And just going to push those petals up. Just a little to close it up just a little bit. So there you have that flower. So now I'm going to get the next size, and I'm going to offset it a little bit. And I'll place that there, and then I'm going to play with my tweezers to kind of give it some shape. And you can play with your tools here and give it some shape. And then right in the center here, I want to give it a little more. Bring it up. Okay. We're going to get the next flower, the next size. then we're going to offset this a little bit and place that there. And then our last petal will go right here. Right there. Here's another version of the same flower, and in this version I'm using some wires and some beads. Now today I was scrapping with my sister and we were doing FaceTime, and I wanted her to do the same type of flower, and she did not have the starburst punch for the center. So we decided to use some beads. So I'm using some seed beads and a 6-inch wire, floral wire. And what I do is I thread 3 wires and then I twist twice. And then I thread another 3 wires and I twist again. And I've seen this technique. You create stamen out of beads. I've seen it on YouTube. And I'll put the link of the lady that kind of showed me how to do this. And that way you can kind of visit her channel and you can see how she does it. Now she did a really good job on creating these centers, but it looks pretty nice. I mean, so after I've done all my centers, and I went ahead and did the same thing. I embossed them, all the flowers, as you can see there. And then I pierced the center, and now I'm putting the beads, I'm threading the beads in the center, and then I'm just pushing the flowers up towards my center of those beads, as you can see there. Just putting glue in between each flower and then pushing it up towards the center, towards those beads. And then I'm just cutting, what I've been doing is I've been cutting some of the petals and just filling in some of the gaps. But there's my flower. And there you have. There's a flower. So this will look very cute. Look how cute that will look on your mixed media project. And then put that in a layout. Here's another look of those flowers with the beaded center. So there, it looks pretty nice. And here's another flower. So I hope you like this video on creating your own little flowers. Don't need any die cuts, don't need anything, just some watercolor pencils or watercolor crayons, whatever you have in hand, any kind of paint. And just form the flower, a little bit of glitter glue, and a middle punch. You don't even need this middle punch. I just wanted to use it, but you can use rhinestones, you can use pearls, any kind of centers. You can use a button, whatever you want. But you create this sweet little flower that will make any album or mixed media project look nice. So I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Bye now.